Welcome to the FRAMILY, everyone. It's back to school season everywhere you look. And do you remember that first question your teacher would always ask you on the first day? What did you do over summer vacation? Well, besides buying a new house, we went on 2 family vacations. On the episode today, I'm recapping our family's summer vacation to Arkansas. Well, if Arkansas doesn't top your list of most desirable places to visit, you're not alone. But really, it's one of the most underrated vacation spots. My grandparents moved to Arkansas 30 years ago when they retired. They moved to a town called Bella Vista, which literally means beautiful view. My family has been driving the 14 hours there and back all my life since I was 6, and this time we were able to bring Maverick for his very first visit. We left on a Sunday afternoon thinking that we would drive through the night so that Maverick would sleep most of the way. What were we thinking? Let me just say, we'll never do that again. But we did come to our timeshare at 3 a.m. in the morning. Not bad. In the morning, we lost no time getting to the pool. Cooper and Greta are our creative, adventurous, goofy, awesome niece and nephew. They made everything so much fun. My mom joined us at the pool, and their game of Marco Polo had her laughing so hard. I love seeing my mom laugh. After that, we headed to my grandpa's house. Now, my grandpa is 93 years old, and he still golfs. He's a little hard of hearing, so we all have to shout to communicate to one another, but it's all good. And Maverick, this was his first time meeting his great-grandpa. It was super special. Every night we gather at Grandpa's house to eat dinner and enjoy time together. But until then, it's all about the adventures. And so I want to tell you about 5 adventures that we had in Arkansas this year. Number 1, Tanyard Creek. This park has an epic waterfall that we love hiking to every single year. Mav had never seen anything like it. Jeremy, Jenny, and the kids also recreate a family picture every time they come here. I love how they make memories together. After the waterfall, we hiked some trails, and then we did what I think is one of the most Arkansas things ever. We played in the creek. Adventure number 2, Cooper's Chapel. Bella Vista has this insanely gorgeous chapel that's up in the hills called Cooper's Chapel. It's calm, peaceful, and was fun for Mav to explore with the family. I remember when Mom and Dad took us here when we were kids on vacation. Adventure number 3, the Amazeum. Just one town over is Bentonville, the headquarters of Walmart. There's an incredible kids museum we love going to every time we visit. There's lots of exhibits and zones for kids to imagine and play. Mav loved getting behind the wheel of a big truck with his cousin Cooper and playing with the lights with his Aunt Jenny. Well, let's take a breather before we get to adventures 4 and 5 and head to Grandpa's house. The food is always fantastic. And one night after dinner, we played the tortilla challenge. It had us all in stitches. Another night, I got to sit down with my grandpa and ask him some questions. You see, he was a businessman and he was really successful at what he did. So I really wanted to ask him what success was all about. Watch this. Grandpa, ever since I've known you now for 36 years, I think what I most admire in your success is just who you are. As a family man,
Yes.
what does it mean to be successful?
Well, I think that to classify someone as having a successful life depends greatly on what happens in terms of family. It's very meaningful to me to be able to walk into my kitchen and look on my refrigerator and see all of the pictures there of my family. When I realized you were coming down and I had my latest great-grandson showing up, Maverick, I must get a picture of him in my arms. This is the first time I actually have had a chance to see Maverick. I think that Maverick's beautiful smile, I was very impressed with that. Yes.
You and Grandma took us everywhere. We went to Branson. You took us to the Osmonds. You took us to Sochi. Is that right? Sochi. What is a favorite memory you have of your family throughout all of your years?
I remember enjoying you and your performances at Suzuki. Okay. Yeah. But then primarily, I guess, I remember having you and being able to see you in the holiday season, especially at Christmas. So that was always very meaningful to me to be able to spend time with you guys.
I remember also when you gave us a speech at on our rehearsal dinner, Amanda and my rehearsal dinner the
Okay.
day before we were
Okay,
married.
yeah.
So meaningful to us as well.
Okay.
And I
I appreciate that. I was so impressed when you called me and told me that you had asked Amanda to be your wife and she had accepted. I saw the glory in your face and in your eyes and how happy you were.
Well, this has been rich. Thank you. Thanks for sharing all that. Jeremy would say all this, and John would too. All three of us love you so much.
Well, I would say in this case that the fact that you guys are all here this week has been very lovely and very rewarding. And I sure appreciate you taking your time and your effort to come here and be with me for the week. And it's been a lovely week. Thank you so much. Thank you.
He and my grandma Carla have been amazing grandparents, and I love the legacy that they've forged. It's amazing to think how the choices they made and what they decided to value have affected generations after them, including our son. All right, back to adventures. Here's number 4. Guys, I went mountain biking. Did you know that Arkansas has some of the greatest mountain biking trails in the whole country? Yeah, neither did I. Jeremy rented a few bikes, and early Thursday morning, we got started on the mountain biking trails.
Have you ever done this before?
Never in my life. I don't know what I'm doing. 5 minutes into this thing, I'm realizing how hard mountain biking is. I was freaking out. I was gripping the handlebars so tightly and saying literally to myself, "You can do hard things, Ben." And I was also super grateful for my life insurance policy. But thankfully, we made it to our midway checkpoint. I'm alive! Thank you very much. Here's a pro tip about the porta potties on mountain bike trails. They bake all day in the sun and, well, you know. It's really bad in there. Later that morning, Amanda joined me for some more mountain biking on a simpler trail called Tweety Bird. Much more enjoyable. Adventure number 5, Bentonville. On the last night of vacation, we put Maverick down and Jeremy and Jenny watched him while Amanda and I went on a date night in downtown Bentonville. The square in Bentonville has a great vibe, and it turned out that on that night, it was the first Friday festival. We sang along with the band, we grabbed drinks and ate at the Preacher's Son and Taco and Tamale Co. If you ever go yourself, we also recommend Onyx Coffee Lab. I could spend all day there with a good book. And just like that, vacation was over. If you're planning a vacation, you've got to check out the Ozarks, especially the Bentonville and Bella Vista areas. We love it, although we might be biased. I want to say special thanks to my grandpa. I know you're watching. Thank you so much for being generous, not only for putting this up for a week every time we come to visit, but for sharing your very life as well, Grandpa. Thank you. And Mom, I'm really thankful that you and Dad took us to Arkansas so many times. You really put family first. Also, my brother's family has a YouTube channel as well. If you are interested in sailing and you love the open water, check out their YouTube show, Cooper Learns to Sail. His drone shots of their sailboat on Lake Erie during golden hour is some of the most beautiful footage you've seen in a while. And finally, if you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell so you always have notifications when we drop another episode. Next time on The Framily, it's all about summer vacation part 2, because in just 1 week after we got back from Arkansas, we went to Georgia. Maverick touched the ocean, danced the Wiggles out before bedtime, and we made tons of memories. Thanks for joining us for the journey and watching The Framily. It really means a lot. We'll see you next time.